The love and hip-hop stage had never seemed heavier. The lights were dim, and the atmosphere was tense. Something electrifying, scandalous, and dangerously raw was about to break. This was not just another tape. With an energy no one had ever seen before, Shakira, a woman known for her serene manner and silent support of Lil Scrappy during his turbulent moments, entered. Not even Scrappy. Everyone in the room sensed it. Before a storm, there was silence. Cast members muttered in corners. Producers looked anxiously at each other, and microphones were tested twice. Shakira had asked for an interview to be conducted alone, without any cast members or other distractions. The truth, the camera, and her alone. Her eyes were peaceful when she sat down, but the storm had passed. "This isn't even about retaliation," she stated forcefully but quietly. "The truth is at issue here. You have been avoiding the truth that Scrappy has been concealing." He also vowed not to name the one man. From that moment on, the room was hers. For months, the scandal had been simmering beneath the surface. Club whispers, fan-deciphered tweets, and the persistent friction between Shakira and Scrappy. All of this made sense now. However, nobody anticipated her reaching this point. Nobody thought she would really say the name. But she had enough of defending him. "I finished filling in for someone who had made their relationship crazy." Additionally, her speech remained steady when the camera panned in. She was clear, steady, and calculating. She remarked, "I discovered the threesome by chance. I wasn't spying. I wasn't trying to play detective. I was simply living in our home and having faith in my partner when I realized the reality." The viewers at home were incredulous. She wasn't yelling. She wasn't crying. Not that she was resentful. With each phrase, she cut through the web of lies like a surgeon. One evening, when I entered, his phone was unlocked. I wouldn't even look normally. But something didn't feel right. Do you recognize that sensation? When you get a gut feeling that something isn't right, something is being concealed. I trusted that intuition. She was completely shocked by what she discovered. Screenshots, voice memos, photographs that were airdropped, everything. It was a prearranged meeting, not just a crazy night. It was intimate. It was personal. What's the worst? The man in the pictures was someone she knew. "I was having trouble breathing," she stated. "The third person in that bed wasn't a stranger. That's why." Scrappy referred to him as bro. "I have given him hugs and fed him. A person who was seated at my table. I was broken by that." Fans started speculating right away. Social media took off. Who was it? A rapper, a castmate, a best friend? The game of guessing had started. Shakira wasn't finished, though people believe it's only about sex. She added, "However, it is a very different kind of betrayal when your partner brings someone you trusted into your bed and into your personal space." Scrappy isn't sorry either. He's only upset that I told him. In the background, Scrappy was having a breakdown. He was unaware that Shakira was making this public. He believed it had been dealt with, brushed aside like all his other mishaps. The woman he had assumed would remain silent, however, had found her voice this time. It was also noisy. Scrappy's cell phone was exploding. The actors were texting each other. While some were in a panic, others were laughing. The producers were arguing about whether or not to air the clip. However, it was too late. Already, the internet was on fire. Shakira, meanwhile, leaned closer to the camera. "Are you curious about the identity of the third man?" She raised her eyebrows in question. "Are you all truly prepared for that?" Even the producers behind the camera stopped at that point. The space was still because everything will change the moment I mention his name. Not for me alone. Not just for Scrappy, but for the entire circle. For hip-hop and love. For the admirers. For everyone who believes they know the truth. And then she hesitated as she was ready to say the name. "Allow the tension to rise. Let the audience plead for it." She went on. "I want you all to know what he did to me before I do. I spent years of my life with this man. I held him down when he had nothing. When Mama D interfered, when Bambi dragged his name, and when the streets mocked him, I was there for him, and he thanked me like this." There was a small crack in her voice. She had no desire for pity. She was laying the groundwork for the surprise. Additionally, the man who took part in that threesome was aware of what he was doing. "You were aware of my identity. You were aware of our possessions. You still said yes. Even so, you went into that bed. Nobody could believe how calm she was. You still betrayed me. However, Everybody who knew Shakira well realized that you should be concerned when she became quiet. The screen was filled with flashbacks, showing Shakira and Scrappy at events, smiling, laughing, and hugging. There was now a lie behind every laugh. Every grin served as a disguise. And each and every hug, a cover-up. As her voice hardened, she remarked, "I kept to myself for too long. I allowed it to consume me. I made an effort to pardon him. I even made an effort to comprehend it." However, how do you interpret treachery when it involves a lie and a smile? At home, the audience was in disbelief. Chat rooms sprang to life. Timelines on Twitter went crazy. All of the men in Scrappy's group were decoded using Reddit discussions. Every little thing, every post, each picture. Who might it be? And she revealed the first hint just as the tension was building. "You wouldn't believe how close he is to Scrappy," she remarked. "He has years of experience. You have all seen him, on camera." Shocks. In actuality, from the actors, and from admirers, she was cracking the code. The unwritten rule. The things that take place behind the scenes remain behind the scenes. However, it is no longer the case. In a low voice, she said, "You all already know who it is. You simply don't want to accept it." She then got to her feet. "I'll say his name. Not here, though. Not quite yet. Because I would prefer that Scrappy inform you all directly. I'm curious to see if he's mature enough to acknowledge the truth at last." The camera continued to roll as she left the set. There was commotion in the room. They were making calls. Damage control was not working. However, it was evident that Shakira had changed the course of events. Scrappy, too. Next was him. Lil Scrappy's phone began to buzz constantly before the sun had even risen. Missed phone calls. Destroying group conversations. Mentions on social media in plenty. What's the worst? He received a message from Mama D. "Mother, what the devil is Shakira talking about on that camera?" Scrappy felt his heart racing. Even though he hadn't seen the video yet, he knew in his heart what she had done. At last, Shakira had spoken out. She hadn't merely made a suggestion. She had thrown off the lid, unlocked Pandora's box, and challenged everyone to take a peek. With his hands on his head, he walked his kitchen floor, attempting to ascertain who had informed her. He didn't think she would ever find out, much less say something on national television. He believed he had everything under control. It was meant to remain buried that night, the night of the threesome. One of those wild, behind-the-scenes moments that no one ever learned about was what it was meant to be. Shakira had all the receipts, though, and it was suddenly front-page gossip. Shakira, meanwhile, was already popular. Fans referred to her as authentic, bold, and unvarnished. Clips from her confession were posted on the show's official pages, and within hours, they had millions of views. People weren't merely observing. They were analyzing, making assumptions, and leveling accusations. Every man in Scrappy's social circle was the center of attention, and the name on everyone's lips. Jock Young, an internet frenzy sprung up. Jock has known Scrappy all her life. There's always that slick smile and smooth chatter lurking in the background, always loud, always joking. Fans were now viewing earlier clips in a different way, including odd looks between Jock and Shakira, instances where Jock seemed too amiable, and scenarios that didn't seem suspect before. Was he the one? Scrappy gave Jock a call right away. Numbered response. But then again, nothing has changed. Jock finally picked up after the fifth try. "Dude, what's happening? Scrappy," he yelled. Jock let out a sigh. "Dude, I just woke up to hell. My phone is being blown up by everyone." "You're not saying anything, are you?" "Don't tell me you said nothing." Jock answered. "I didn't say a damn thing. But see, I'm not to blame for this. You are aware of that. You brought her in. You allowed it to occur." Scrappy stopped talking. Jock went on. "Bro, you should never have brought someone that close to your girl. You need to clean things up now." More enraged than ever, Scrappy hung up. This was a treachery that was being exposed in front of the entire world, not simply a controversy. Worst of all, the devotion he believed he had from those closest to him. Breaking. Bloggers were already sharing purported proof around lunchtime. Photos that are side by side. Reservations for hotels. Shady captions that didn't hold up over time. Jock even alluded to some wild nights with people you all wouldn't believe in an old podcast interview. All of a sudden, it was being used as proof. Shakira, too. She didn't say anything. She had stopped posting on social media, removed her most recent images of herself with Scrappy, and disabled comments. But nothing could overpower the solitude. Her next action was anticipated by her fans. They were aware she wasn't finished. The name had been teased by her. Considering the hints, everyone was now. The producers at VH1's headquarters were frantic. Overnight, ratings had increased. Was a phenomenon rather than merely a plot. Was the most engaged they had ever seen them. People had a stake. Not only in the controversy, but also in Shakira's power. In her metamorphosis, in the manner that she transitioned from a reserved partner to a courageous whistleblower. However, Bambi was the only individual they had not heard from. From a distance, Scrappy's ex-wife had been observing everything. She now had an excuse to return to the public eye. Bambi went off in a surprise Instagram live. She rolled her eyes and remarked, "I tried to tell you all. That dude was untidy, and you all believed it to be me. Nope. Is nothing new. Is the first time that he has been genuinely exposed." The comments were inundated by fans. Although Bambi didn't mention names, it was obvious from her tone that she took Shakira at her word. Additionally, Bambi might have had receipts. Shakira met with producers once more while Scrappy continued to spiral out of control, this time to get ready for the reunion. "Make sure Scrappy and Jock are both there," was her sole request. On the stage, in person. There was silence in the room. "This time, I want answers in front of everybody," she continued, staring the showrunner in the eyes. Both men were evading inquiries behind the scenes. Scrappy's group encouraged him to issue a private apology. Jock's public relations team attempted to portray it as. However, Shakira had cornered them both with truth rather than rage, and what frightens them the most. She hadn't even revealed the entire proof yet. People were unaware that the messages were still in Shakira's possession. The videos, the sound snippets. Her name appears on the hotel receipt. She possessed everything. Furthermore, she hadn't let any of it out. Still, and she didn't hold back when she spoke with a prominent YouTube interviewer a few days prior to the reunion. "People believe I'm resentful. That I'm revealing Scrappy's influence. To be clear though, I would have leaked the tape sooner if I desired influence. I'm giving him an opportunity. One opportunity. To be honest." The interviewer bent closer. "What if he doesn't?" The tiniest smile curled Shakira's lips. "Then I'll tell you everything." Even casual viewers were captivated by this point. This was a ticking time bomb, not just a scandal. Everybody had taken sides. Shakira's team, Team Scrappy, Team Jock, and the battlefield was the reunion. Theories abound on social media, memes, movies, and even mock courtroom edits were created by fans. Scrappy was roasted, Jock was dragged, and Shakira, she was being heralded as a queen who extinguished the lies and carried her crown away. For Scrappy, however, it was agony. Brand negotiations were slipping away from him. Losing faith, losing the influence on public opinion that he believed he had, and every hour that went by brought the truth closer, regardless of how many statements he made. There was mayhem in the last few minutes before the reunion. The producers were unsure if Jock would appear at all. According to reports, Scrappy was threatening to leave. Shakira, too. She was composed and prepared, wearing cosmetics, because she was well aware of her next course of action. She would not merely utter the name, she would demonstrate it. The entire globe would be watching this time. The stage was set for the reunion. The air was heavy with expectancy, the lights were hotter, and the audience was louder than ever. Everyone knew that this wasn't your average love and hip-hop reunion, but the cast members still tried to seem normal as they filed in one by one. Was about a truth bomb that had not yet been properly dropped. Not merely arguments or rumors. Fire was what Shakira had promised. Scrappy avoided responsibility. What about young Jock? He was entering what appeared to be a courtroom. The MC appeared tense but prepared as she sat in the middle of the stage, cards in hand. Everything in the room changed when Shakira left. She was dressed like a lady on a mission, not just to make an impression. Eyes locked, heels sharp, hair pulled, back, not a nerve. Don't be afraid. With her knees crossed, she sat down and looked at the cameras as if to say, pay close attention. Then Scrappy arrived. No grin, not a swagger, only pressure. As usual, he did not even greet the host. He glanced around the set for encouragement, but everyone gave him the you're on your own vibe. Jock finally came in, usually the life of the party. He was quiet this time, avoiding making eye contact. He adjusted his chain, twitching. The fans took note. The actors took notice. Shakira took note. The host didn't spend any time. The audience fell hushed when the speaker said, "Let's get into what everyone has been waiting for." Shakira was turned to by the host. "You alluded to a name at the conclusion of your confessional, someone who was part of a threesome with Scrappy. Someone around him. Are you prepared to identify that man?" Shakira remained still. "I am completely prepared." Scrappy moved around in his chair. Jock cast a downward glance. Shakira calmly stated, "I just want to make something clear before I do. It's not about retaliation. The truth is at issue here. And I let Scrappy tell it for himself." "He didn't." The host gave a nod. "Who is the third man?" Then Shakira looked over at Jock. "It's you." The audience immediately let forth a gasp. The cast exploded. In the rear, a woman exclaimed, "I knew it." In horror, another cast member dropped her microphone. Jock did not refute it. He remained silent, as though the words had taken the wind out of him. He sat motionless. Scrappy became red-faced. "Dude, what? I take it you're lying. Tell me that's not the case." Shakira remained still. "You are aware of its truth. He was invited by you." "Hey, what's that?" Scrappy yelled and got to his feet. "Are you going to do this on television? Will you truly drag my name in this manner?" She retorted, "You dragged your own name. I simply stopped bearing the burden of your falsehoods." The reunion had devolved into a verbal battleground despite the host's best efforts to step in. Jock tried to interrupt Scrappy after she yelled at him, and Shakira sat quietly and watched as everything fell apart as she had predicted. "Why him?" Shakira was asked by the host. Why, of all, would Scrappy involve Jock? She let out a sigh. "Because he was afraid I would find out. He believed me to be too devoted, passionate, and stupid to question him. However, as soon as they both began treating me differently, I realized something was wrong." The host questioned, "You claimed to have proof. Is it visible?" Shakira took out a flash drive from her clutch after nodding. "Play this." On the screen behind them, a video was playing. At first, blurry, but definitely distinct. A hotel room, a bed, tenacious. Jock Shakira's agitated, imploring voice can be heard in the background. The crowd sent forth a yell. The cast couldn't even speak. Then the sound. Jock chuckled. Scrappy stated, "She won't ever know." More giggling. Then there was quiet. Then a voice added, "She doesn't have to know. We boys, we're doing well." Jock buried his face in his palms. Storming off stage was Scrappy. Anarchy ensued, as Scrappy swore behind, slamming doors and shouting at producers. The cameras followed him. "You guys set me up. You all allowed to occur. This is betrayal, not reality TV." However, nobody pursued him. The host returned to the stage and attempted to restore order. "Jock, what are your thoughts?" Jock looked up, trembling as he spoke. "This was not how it was intended to proceed. It was a single evening. She wouldn't find out, I thought." Shakira's face hardened. "I don't mean any harm, man. You didn't intend to hurt. You had an affair with your friend's girlfriend. You destroyed the code, not simply cracked it." The crowd applauded. Once more, the host went to Shakira. "What are you hoping to gain from this?" She gazed directly at the camera. "Nothing. Money is not what I want. Apologies are not what I desire. Freedom is what I desire. I want to leave this disaster knowing that I said it like it is." She then got up and removed her microphone. "You don't need to hold out for resolution. You give it to yourself sometimes. She then left the set with her head held high, her heart free, and the truth at her side. The internet blew up the following day. Reunion video clips went viral right away. Memes, responses, consider parts, Shakira's admirers laud her. Scrappy is being pulled by others? For all the wrong reasons, Jock's name was popular. It was dubbed the most explosive moment in the history of the Love and Hip Hop reunion by VH1. Shakira, however, didn't participate. She said nothing. She quietly packed up, started a new life, and vanished from social media. Since some tales don't require a follow-up, the conclusion was already written by her. At last, the truth had been revealed to the world. This season of Love and Hip Hop is just going to get messier. So if you thought this reunion was crazy, wait, how do you feel about Shakira revealing the truth at last? Should she have kept it a secret? Or was it appropriate for her to call out Scrappy and Jock on camera? Please share your ideas, hypotheses, and hot takes in the comments section below. If you're here for Shakira's fearless enthusiasm, Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and like this video so you don't miss a single scandal we discuss at Uncuts. To be the first to know when the next shocking expose comes out, click the notification bell. Follow us on social media, where we share daily behind-the-scenes, photos, and breaking celebrity news. If you want the unedited tea, you won't want to miss what comes next. We assure you, this is not yet the end of the narrative. It's only the beginning.